We have to replace this battery wire. The Wi-Fi, whatever the Wi-Fi is there, right? Whereas the battery is bulging, so battery is I think going to get spoiled soon. We need to replace that. So we need to tell. Yeah, I'm working on it actually. That is another one. Okay.
Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get started. So good morning, and thank you all for coming today. My name is Brad, and I'll be leading today's class. You have joined Sahaja Yoga Meditation, either here in our center in Dallas, or maybe you're joining us online, or from our library in Shreveport. We thank you for joining us today. So I'm going to start with an introduction, how this meditation works, and then we'll dive in and we'll have meditation experience together. But we have a few new people today in Dallas, so I just ask a few questions. First of all, have you ever tried to meditate before? I know Lori has. Sleep guides. Okay, sleep guides. Never done it before. And you two ladies? Yes. Okay. So if you didn't hear the answers, we have kind of a wide variety. Some people have tried, some people haven't. Some people have tried, but they get distracted easily, which is very common when we're trying to learn how to meditate. Yeah, that's why you're here today, to learn how to do this. This is great. May I ask how you heard about us? I know that you Googled us. Anybody else just Googling online, or you saw? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Oh, you have a friend who does this. Okay, very good. Meetup. Yes, Meetup is very common. And Laura, you actually saw the sign, and that's what kind of saw you. Okay, great. All right. So we're all here. How about one more question? Why are we looking to meditate? Is there any goal that we have in mind? Anybody want to share what they're looking for or hoping to achieve? Better sleep? Find yourself. That is a wonderful answer. Any other answers? Yes. Okay. Yes. Very common. Ladies, anything? Yes, the physical sides, the physical benefits of meditation. Yeah. Um, all right. Well, let's get started. Let me explain a little bit about what Sahaja Yoga Meditation is. So, let's break down the name a little bit. Sahaj Yoga Meditation, 3 words in our name. Sahaj is a Sanskrit word. It means born with you. It means built inside of you. It means spontaneous. And yoga, who knows what yoga means? We think of exercise, but the meaning of yoga, the word, meaning it actually means connection or union with something greater than yourself. And then meditation, who knows what the definition of meditation is? Because we think of health benefits and all kinds of mental benefits, spiritual benefits, lots of different benefits. But to meditate, it actually means that your mind is quiet. No thinking in your mind. Your mind is absolutely still. And who has experienced that in the last week? Anybody? Very challenging to quiet our mind down. As you said, you try to meditate and your mind starts thinking about, what's for dinner and all of those things. That's, again, we're human and it's very common. So the thing that's different about this meditation is you have already everything that you need inside of you when you walked in the door with it. So there's nothing more that we're going to give you except maybe some knowledge about what's going on inside, but you already own it. And so everybody online too, you joined us today, you have everything you need built inside of you to be balanced physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. It's all there. That's how we were designed. So that's what Sahaj means, born with you. And that built-in mechanism that we have, which is represented in this chart back here. This gives you that yoga, that union, that connection with something greater than yourself to help you find yourself. That's already built inside of you too. So that's something that you already have. It's just a matter of understanding it more. This chart that you see here, anybody seen something like this before? No, Lori has. Kind of new. Okay. So what this is, it's, you can call it our roots, the roots of what's going on inside of us. Ancient people understood uh, this series of, we call them energy centers or chakras that we have inside of us. We have 7 of them. They start at the base of our spine and they rise up along our spinal column. And another way to look at this, it's part of our nervous system. It's built into our autonomous nervous system. So where we have nerve plexuses in our body, so our solar plexus and in our heart and so on, these are areas of our body that physically, medically we understand that nerves bundle together in these different areas. That's where these chakras are located. And these different chakras are managing, they're responsible for all those, that wide ranging, every aspect of your health. Again, spiritually, physically, mentally. These chakras, if they're healthy and they're strong, then you feel healthy and strong in every way. You feel good. If there might be a little imbalance in one of these chakras, then you might feel that in your everyday life. So those are the chakras. They also have qualities built inside of them. As you can see on the chart, every chakra has a quality. So peace comes from here. Peace doesn't come from outside, from an organization. People can try, but it comes from inside. It's an internal thing. Inner peace, we hear about that. That's built inside of us. Maybe we don't feel so peaceful every day, because we have busy lives and stressful lives, but that quality's there. And all of these qualities are there. Forgiveness is the quality here. We have that built inside of us. This is a really powerful quality to have. And again, maybe we don't always feel forgiving, but it doesn't mean it's not there. So these qualities are all inside. The very first chakra is innocence. So the qualities that we had when we were very little, they're still there. They're still there. We grow up, life happens, and we may not feel like we have that same childlike wonder and quality inside of us, but it's still there too. So all these qualities are built inside. So those are the chakras. Does that make sense so far? Okay. You might see 3 lines on the chart too. So blue, yellow, and white. So what are those? These are channels of energy that we have inside of us. So these are centers and these are channels. And these are responsible too. They're important, vital into how we feel every day. So the blue line that you see, this is our left side, and it's our channel of our past, our emotional side. It's all the desires that we have in life, everything we want to achieve. What are my goals? Those things that we, want to have in life. They all come up from this left side. That's our left channel. And the right channel, the yellow line, this is our action side. That's our planning side. It's the futuristic side inside of us. This is the past and this is the future. And we need them both to function and to live a balanced life. We need them both functioning well to be in the center, which is the white line. The white line is the present. So maybe you hear people say to live in the moment, be in the present. I go on Instagram and I see lots of memes, people jumping up on the beach and things and live in the moment and all of that, and that's wonderful. But how do you really feel that way? How do you feel that you're in the moment? It can be challenging because we have this left channel and this right channel. And you can see on the chart here, the left channel and the right channel, they rise up and they cross over at this point here, this center we talked about of forgiveness here. And then our mind is formed. Our mind is formed by all the thoughts of the past coming up into our mind and all the thoughts of the future coming up into our mind. They're bubbling up. And if we think about it, and you mentioned you tried meditating, but your mind kept getting kind of distracted. We're thinking about, what do I have to do? What are my things I have to get done today? What's my to-do list? That's the future. Or we're thinking about something that happened at work yesterday that really bothered us, and it's still kind of stuck in our mind and we can't let it go. Or maybe we're thinking about something that happened at work 10 years ago that's still bothering us. The thoughts keep coming, we're human, and so these thoughts are coming. Maybe we're thinking about what's going to happen when I retire. We're thinking 20 years down the road. Thoughts of the past and the future. So these are getting in the way of us being in the moment. All these thoughts. It's challenging. It's challenging to be in the present because we've got all this going on, all this activity in our mind. And add on top of that, we all have a computer in our pocket that's constantly trying to get our attention. And so our attention is all over the place. So our thoughts are just going, 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 going. I read a story about an Olympic bicyclist, and I forget her name, but she was a young woman in her 20s. And, I think she'd won 3 medals, and she was suffering from depression and thoughts, and she, unfortunately, she committed suicide. And in her note that she left behind, she wrote that I can't stop my mind from thinking. I can't stop the thoughts. She was overwhelmed by all of this thinking. That's an extreme case, but it's something we're all dealing with. Our minds just will not stop. And because we are human, we often are thinking about not so good things. It's unfortunately, it's the negative experiences or the worries that are coming into our mind. What's going to happen, at work or home or family life, whatever it is. So again, no judgments, but that's kind of where we're all at. And so that's why we're all here, to meditate, to learn how to deal and to lead a more balanced life. So that's what's going on inside. All of these things are happening. Maybe we have strengths. Creativity is one of our chakras. Maybe we're a very creative person. And creativity isn't just drawing or writing or singing. It's you could be creative at work. You could be creative in how you run your household. Lots of ways to be creative. Gardening, all kinds of things. So maybe we have strengths inside of us. Maybe we have some challenges. Maybe our left side is a little bit out of order. If the left side's a little heavy, then we tend to be someone who's a little more down, a little more depressed. If this channel is a little too overactive, we can kind of just be in a funk. And then the right side is the opposite of that. The right side is where we're going, going, going. We cannot stop. We can't slow down and even take a break at all. So that's the opposite. Excuse me. And so we have these two. Again, we have all this going on inside of us. We might start out the day very right-sided, and then by the end of the day, we're back over to the left. So, we're sitting on our couch, surfing the TV. So we swing back and forth. But anyway, ultimately, this is the roots of what's going on inside of us. We may not even understand really what's happening inside, but we feel it. We feel it. So again, mentioning the left channel, maybe I'm feeling down and I don't know what the cause of that is. Why am I feeling down? Why do I go through this? Why do I always kind of get into these little, moods or these funks that I feel? Or the other side, why do I have so much anxiety? Why do I feel so stressed all the time? What is causing that? What's at the roots? And then we see doctors, or we have, we're usually prescribed something for our symptoms, and it can be healthy things. It could be, eat better, exercise, meditate. Maybe there's, we're prescribed prescriptions and things to help us try to manage these moods that we feel, so we can be more productive. But again, these are just sort of helping manage the symptoms. So what's at the root, and how do we get to the roots, and how do we improve the roots? These are the roots. If there's imbalances inside, that's what's causing us to feel whatever we're feeling. So there is a way to get to the roots, and that's built inside of you, like we talked about at the beginning. It's Sahaj. Inside of every one of us, inside of our sacrum bone. So at the base of our spine, we have a triangular bone. It's the sacrum bone. Sacrum means sacred. So the ancient Greeks, they knew there was something special about this bone inside of us. They called it sacred. And there's an energy inside of us, inside of our sacrum bone. Has anyone heard the word Kundalini before? Oh, okay. Yeah, so I will say that there's a lot of information about Kundalini out in the world and on YouTube, and so many books have been written about Kundalini. So let's clear up what Kundalini is to begin with, because there's a lot of different opinions. So Kundalini is a 100% positive energy inside of every one of us. It's a positive energy. We describe this energy with a female pronoun. So we call this energy she because she's a mothering energy. And like a mother, she knows everything about the system that you have inside of you, better than we know ourselves. She knows everything about you. She knows what's strong inside of you. She knows what needs some work. And when she begins to rise, she starts to nourish you from the inside out. So currently, our Kundalini is a dormant energy. She's just resting inside of our sacrum bone. But she's intelligent and she knows, again, all about you. Everyone has Kundalini, but your Kundalini only knows you. So she doesn't know anybody else but you. And she has a desire to help you, to nourish you, to make you the very best version of yourself, and to rise all the way up to the last center here and give you the yoga, the connection, the union that we talked about. That's what she wants to do. She wants to give you that connection to something higher than yourself. So however you feel comfortable describing, the universe, the power of love, the divine, God, whatever is surrounding us, whatever created us, created this universe, she wants to connect you directly to that. And that's her desire. So again, when she rises, she automatically, and then remember, this is our autonomous nervous system, automatically you start to feel better without any effort on your part. It's an effortless thing. She starts to put you back into balance and give you this connection. When she rises to this point here, let's talk about this chakra a little bit because we've got all this thinking going on in our mind. These channels are crossing over here and they block this chakra. This is a very narrow chakra. You could call this a gate, the gate to the last chakra, which is where our soft spot used to be. So all this pressure, all this thinking, she rises up to this point and then she gets blocked until we start to let go. You have to let go. Let go, forgive, let go of grudges, let go of anger, forgive yourself. And then this chakra starts to open up. That's why this is such a powerful quality that we have to forgive. And then she can reach the last center here. And that is when you get the connection. And we call that self-realization in Sahaja Yoga. Self-realization. That is when you get that connection. And what happens when you get your self-realization? So certain things begin to happen. One of them is in time, you might feel this today. It might take a few weeks of practice. We're all a little bit different, but you begin to feel all these roots, all these chakras on your hands. So you can see on the chart how every fingertip is color coded back to a chakra. We know how complex our nervous system is, especially in our hands. So there's a connection directly to our fingertips and to our hands, to our chakras. So what was a mystery, I don't know about my chakras. I don't know how healthy they are. I don't know about my channels and all of that. You begin to feel it for yourself. So you know yourself exactly what's going on inside of you. You know what's strong, you know what might need work, and it's very empowering to know that about yourself. Another thing you might begin to experience is you might start to feel a coolness or a warmth on your hands, literally like a little breeze as this energy starts to flow through you. This is a powerful divine energy. And you start to feel it on your fingertips. You start to feel it even up on top of your head. So like a small little fountain of air you might begin to feel, cool or warm. And this bone here, someone named it the fontanelle bone, which means little fountain. So someone named it a little fountain because you begin to feel your energy on the top of your head. So it's all natural. It's all built inside of you. There's there's no effort needed in this meditation. The only thing that's really required is there's one little key, and that is just that you have an open heart about it, and you just have a desire to try. That's all it takes, because your energy respects you, and so she's just waiting for that ask. Please, may I experience this meditation? That's simple, and then she begins to rise up. It's that simple. And I've been doing this for about 8 years. I had tried other meditations before this, and they didn't work. I mean, I didn't know. I thought I was doing something wrong. I read a lot of books. I watched a lot of Oprah. I didn't understand why I wasn't getting it. She seemed to be getting it. Her light bulb went off, but mine didn't. And so I thought maybe my next life I'll be able to meditate. I don't know. And then I found this meditation, and I had no expectations that this would work either. I was very surprised. The very first time I tried, I felt relaxed. I didn't feel anything in my hands. I didn't feel anything on top of my head, but I felt relaxed. And I came back and I felt relaxed again. And the third time, I felt relaxed again. And so then I thought, okay, there's something different here. I want to try this. And I've been doing it for 8 years, and it's totally changed my whole outlook on life, work, family. Everything has changed in a positive way. So if it happened for me, it could happen for everybody. Everybody, honestly, it could happen. Any questions about it? Okay. Okay, great. Well, let's try. Let's give it a try. So what we're going to do is I'll lead a meditation, and you'll all just follow along. And we have the luxury here in our Dallas center that we can uh, do what we call a foot soak. So we're going to actually soak our feet in some salt water during our first meditation. And I'll tell you why we're going to do that, because this is all natural. If you're into organics, if you're into all natural, this is for you, because we are made of 5 elements: water, earth, air, ether, and fire. And we're going to use the water, and the salt represents the earth, 2 elements to help us feel more balanced and relaxed. We have the fire, the candle. These elements help us to be more in balance. So we're going to do a foot soak, and I'll lead us along, and I'll explain all of that as we get going. All right, so we can do that. So what we'll do, if you're watching online, if you're watching from home, we're just going to take a 2-3 minute break. We'll play some music for you. Just sit quietly. You don't have to do this foot soak to join along. So you can just be patient, please, and we'll be right back, and we'll start our first meditation. So thank you. Okay. All right, we're back. Thank you at home for being patient with us. We're ready to begin our first meditation. Again, in Dallas, we were able to foot soak. So if you're watching online, again, you don't need to do this technique. You can just sit on a chair, sit on your sofa, at the library, wherever you're comfortable. But I just want to show you what a foot soak is, what you need to do this, because it's a really helpful technique for relaxing, especially at the end of the day before you go to bed. So it's very simple. We just take a simple tub like this. You can buy it in any dollar store or Walmart or Target or wherever. And we fill it up about halfway with lukewarm water. And we put a scoop of salt in there. So any kind of table salt, kitchen salt from your home is fine. We use a rock salt here because we buy it in a big bag. But any kind of salt is good. Some people like a scented salt or an Epsom salt, but that's great to do that. But I would suggest throw some regular salt in there too, because we're kind of creating a little ocean here. So you want that regular salt there. And then you just have a little cup of fresh water to rinse your feet when you're done. This only takes 10, 15 minutes. And then some paper towels or something to dry your feet. So this is the tools for a foot soak. And as we begin this meditation, we're going to use our hands because we have a left side and a right side. The left side is our desire, the desire channel, and the right side is our action side. And again, our energy, this energy inside of us, she responds to our desire. So we want to express that by putting our right hand on the left side of our body. So I'm just going to walk us through how we're going to move our hand. Our left hand's going to stay open on our lap like this. And we're going to put our hand first over our heart like this, like we're pledging allegiance right on our heart. And then we move our hand underneath our rib cage right here, and then down to our hip. And we move our hand back underneath our ribs and then back over our heart. And then we have a chakra right here in our throat. We're going to put our right hand on the left side of our neck like this and turn our head to the right so your hand fits right here. And then we'll put our hand across our forehead. We talked about this chakra like this. We'll bend our head down. Then we'll put our hand on the back. We'll lift our head up like this. We'll keep our eyes closed. And then the very last one here, again, this is where our soft spot used to be when we were babies. We're going to stretch all our fingers apart. So our palm becomes tight. And we're going to press the palm of our hand on the top of our head like this. And we'll massage our scalp exactly just like that. We don't want to grab onto our hair like this. We want to just keep your fingers just like that. So it's that simple. So that's the steps we'll do, and you can just follow along, and I'll repeat them as we're doing that too, so don't worry. And then one more thing, and that is before we meditate and after we meditate in Sahaj meditation, we raise our energy. We call this raising our energy. So let's all do that together. We use our hands again. So we take our left hand, and we put the left hand towards our body, left hand palm facing at the lower part of our body where our energy is located, and our right hand goes in between. Perfect. And then our right hand, this is the action hand, it starts to move outwardly over the left hand. And then as it starts to move, both hands begin to come up, and then they come to the top of our head, and we tie a great big knot on top of our head like that. So you can kind of see what we're doing. If we want our energy to come up, then stay up here. So we do it once, do it a second time. You can let your attention come up along your spine if you'd like to, so that when you're tied 2 knots the second time, your attention's up here. And then you bring your attention back down, bring your hands back down, and now you go up one more time, and you tie 3 knots this time. 1, 2, 3. It's like that. Perfect. And then for each one of our centers that we have, we put an arch over ourselves. We call it a bandhan. And to do that, we just put our left hand at hip level, and our right hand touches our left hand, and we make a big arch over the top of our head, and then we bring the arch back. So that is one arch or one bandhan for chakra number 1. We do that 6 more times, over and back. So a total of 7. You can also look at the chart. You can put your attention on each one of these as you put these on, as you cover yourself like this. Just like that. Okay. Now we're ready to have our meditation. So If you're wearing glasses, you can take your glasses off. We can put our feet in the water. We can close our eyes. And we want to just take a minute and just relax ourselves. So no effort really is needed in this meditation. We just want to relax, let go, let everything go. So we keep both of our palms open on our lap. We want to sit comfortably, but we want to keep our back straight but not rigid. So just settle into your chair. Relax your eyes. Relax your eyebrows. Your eyes are closed gently. Relax your forehead. Relax the skin of your face. Let go of any tension in your neck and shoulders. Again, your palms are open on your lap. Your arms are loose. Relax your legs as well. Relax your legs, your calves. Let them be loose and comfortable. And then your feet are flat. And keep a space between your feet so there's not touching each other. And now we'll take our right hand and we'll put it over our heart on the left side. So as we begin our meditation, we want to start by expressing that wish in our heart, that desire in our heart. We want to feel and experience this meditation. So it's that simple. So we keep our heart open, we keep our mind open, and we'll treat this like an experiment. We were just presented with a hypothesis, and we'll test it out. So let's begin with our attention in our heart, and we can ask in our heart, please may I experience the peace of meditation. Please may I experience the peace of meditation. Just ask that in your heart. We can ask, please may I feel the comfort of my own energy. Please may I feel the comfort of my own energy. And then, keeping our attention in our heart, we ask a question about ourselves, a deep question about ourselves, a fundamental question. Do I have a higher self? Do I have a higher self? We just ask that in our heart. And then we ask 3 times in our heart, am I the Spirit? Am I the Spirit? 3 times. And now we move our hand to the upper part of our abdomen. We press our hand gently here. We want to put our attention here too. As we move our hand, we'll move our attention as well. So hand here, attention here, pressing gently. Let's ask another question about ourselves. The question here is, am I my own master? We ask that 3 times in our heart. Am I my own master? am I my own master? Now we move our hand to the lower part of our abdomen. About hip level, we just press our hand gently here, put our attention here. So now we'll begin to affirm the qualities that we have built inside of us. We'll begin to ask for them. Ask for our own energy again to rise and to nourish these centers so that we feel these qualities in our lives every day. So the quality here, where our hand is knowledge. Pure, positive knowledge, good for you. Good for your society, good for the country, good for the world. Pure, positive knowledge. So here we'll ask 6 times, and we can address our own energy as mother energy. So 6 times in our heart, we ask, Mother energy, please may I have pure knowledge. Mother energy, please may I have pure knowledge. 6 times. Again, just with that open heart and open mind. Mother energy, please may I have pure knowledge. 6 times. Now we move our hand back under our rib cage. Nice and relaxed. We ask the question here, am I my own master? Am I my own master? What do we mean by that? Am I my own master? It means, am I my own teacher? Can I improve myself and learn from mistakes I make in life? Guide myself. Change for the better. The answer to that, the truth about us, every one of us, we have that built-in capacity, that built-in quality, the quality of self-mastery to change, to improve, to recognize what's good for us and what may not be. So let's affirm that with confidence in ourselves. Confidence in ourselves. 10 times. 10 times from our okay. Mother energy, I am my own master. Mother energy, I am my own master. Believing in yourself. Mother energy, I am my own master. 10 times. Now we move our hand back over our heart. And let's put our attention in our heart. Really put your attention into your heart. Like, see how deeply into your heart your attention can go. Just let it go into the depths of your heart. And we asked the question here, do I have a higher self? Am I the spirit? So another truth about us, every one of us, inside of our heart resides the spirit, which is a reflection of the divine in us. It is the highest that we are. We're more than our thoughts and our jobs and our bodies. There's something deeper inside of us. This is that deeper side of us. So let's affirm that with confidence in ourselves. And we affirm this 12 times. 12 times here. Mother Energy, I am pure spirit. Mother Energy, I am pure spirit. We just say that 12 times. 12 times because this chakra has 12 petals. So 12 times. Mother Energy, I am pure spirit. Believing in yourself. Believing in your depth. And now we'll take our right hand and we'll place it on the left side of our neck and we'll turn our head to the right so our hand fits right where our neck and our shoulder meet. And we can gently squeeze right here in the corner of our neck and put our attention here. So this is chakra number 5. Number 5, or chakra number 5 here. And we talked about the past, the future, and being in the present. Our energy nourishes us, brings us into the present automatically, removes imbalances. But there's something we can do here, something we need to do, we must do for ourselves. So we can be free of the past, and that is to let go of any guilt we might be holding on to. If we feel guilty, it keeps us stuck in the past. So let it go. Let it go. We can't change the past. But as we affirmed, we are our own master. We can learn from the past. We can improve ourselves. We don't have to be stuck there. We can improve. We can change. So here we say 16 times. 16 times, 16 petals like a flower here. 16 times in our heart. Mother Energy, I am not guilty at all. Mother Energy, I am not guilty at all. And just let everything go. I am not guilty at all. Mother Energy, I am not guilty at all. 16 times from your heart. I am not guilty at all. 16 times. And then let's say one more thing here before we move on. When this center is healthy, when we let go of guilt, then automatically we have pure self-esteem. Pure self-esteem and respect for ourselves. That's the quality here. So let's ask for that. Let's affirm that. We can say in our heart, Mother Energy, please may I have pure self-esteem and pure self-respect. Say that a few times in your heart. Mother Energy, please may I have pure self-esteem and pure self-respect. And now we'll take our hand and place it across our forehead. And we can bend our head down. Let our head rest on our palm. And we talked about this center and the quality here, the quality of forgiveness inside of us, which is like a superpower that we have built inside. When we forgive, it benefits us. It's for our benefit to let things go. So we don't count the number of times here. It's just the sincerity that you say this from your heart. You can say, Mother Energy, I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. Mother Energy, I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. And just let everything go here. Let it all go. I let go and I forgive. I let go and I forgive. And it's amazing how you begin to feel more relaxed. Your energy can cross over this center and you begin to feel more peaceful. Your thoughts can begin to slow down. Mother Energy, I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. Please may the power of forgiveness fully manifest in me. And now we take our hand and put it on the back of our head. And we'll keep our eyes closed, but we lift our head up now. So now our head is resting back on our head. So it's as if we're looking up at the sky. And here, again, with a humbled heart, we say, Mother Energy, we say, O Divine, we say, O Divine, please forgive me for any mistakes that I've made, knowingly and unknowingly. So we're addressing that higher power we talked about. O Divine, please forgive me for any mistakes that I've made, knowingly and unknowingly. Again, let everything go. Please forgive me. And now we take our hand. We can bend our head down slightly again and stretch all our fingers apart and press the palm of our hand right at the crown of our head, right at the top where our soft spot used to be. And we're going to massage our scalp in a circular motion by moving our hand over to the left, down towards the front, towards your forehead, over to the right, and then back. Left, front, right, back. That's the circle you want to make. So let's put all of our attention here. So summon all your attention to the top of your head. Feel your palm pressing down. Feel that connection. And then remember that wish we started with, that wish in our heart. We want to feel this meditation and experience it. And then we begin to rotate our scalp. And we'll do this 7 times. And with each rotation, we ask from our heart, Mother Energy, please may I have my self-realization. 7 times. Mother Energy, please may I have my self-realization. 7 rotations, 7 asks. Mother Energy, please may I have my self-realization. And it's all built inside of you. It's yours for the asking. It's your right to ask for your self-realization. Please may I have my self-realization. And then when we've finished, we can just put our hand back in our lap. Both hands open. We'll keep our eyes closed. Relax yourself. Be comfortable. And we'll just take a moment with both palms open and see if you can hold your attention at that point at the top of your head. You can just hold it there for a moment or two. Keeping your eyes relaxed. If you find it's a little challenging, and it gets easier the more you meditate, you can put your hand back over your heart on the left side. Just put your hand back in your heart. Put your attention deep in your heart again. And just let your attention be here. Or if you can, put your attention in both places, in your heart and on top of your head at the same time. You can try that too. So now we'll open our eyes and we'll end our meditation by raising our energy again, 3 times. And then we put on the shield 7 times. And then here in Dallas, we'll dispose of our foot soak bowls. We can rinse our feet, and we flush the water down the toilet. We have 2 restrooms. So we'll take care of this. And if you're watching from home, again, be patient, please. We'll just be 2-3 minutes as we dispose of this water, and then we'll be right back. So we'll play some nice music for you. You can just sit quietly, keep your palms open, and just relax. And we'll be right back. Thank you. we're back. Thank you for being patient. I hope everyone's feeling a little more relaxed after that first meditation that we had. So what we'd like to do now is we talked a little bit about what Sahaja Yoga Meditation meant. We talked about the words and the meanings, but let's talk about how it got started. So you might be wondering who is the lady in the photograph. Her name is Sri Mataji, and she founded this meditation in 1970. And Sri Mataji had a deep built-in understanding of how all of this works inside of us. Again, this is ancient knowledge going back to the East, to India. And she was born in the early 20s into a Christian family. And her family recognized at a young age that she has something special about her. She understood this. She had a spiritual quality to her. She knew Gandhi. Her family knew Gandhi. She used to visit his ashram, and even Gandhi would consult her, a young girl, 8, 10 years old, about the protocol of his prayers and things like that. So she was born, again, with, you could say she was born with this Kundalini already risen. So she was born a realized soul. There have been people who have been realized souls. They're the great people in history, like Abraham Lincoln and Gandhi and Martin Luther King, people that see the world in a different way, and they make positive change to better humanity. And that's what Sri Mataji wanted to do. So that's why she founded this meditation. And she founded it as a non-profit organization. She didn't want it to be a business. She didn't want anybody to try to make money out of it and turn it into, all profit driven. So there's no board of directors. There's nothing like that. We're all volunteers here. It's taught in 80 plus, maybe 100 countries all over the world. And it's always the same. I mean, the language is different, but you'll see the chakra chart, and it's the same experience because she wanted it to be pure. It's pure, and she wanted it to remain that way. So that's how this meditation got started. And so what we'll do now is just listen to a short 5 minutes of Sri Mataji kind of explaining how this meditation works. She traveled all over the world for 40 years teaching people about this meditation, leading classes, leading what we just did, and explaining the depths of these roots inside of us. She had a quality, a way of explaining it to people that they could understand something very deep. So let's listen to that, and then we'll go into a last meditation. We'll go a little deeper, and then we'll go from there.
So now, we have before you this triangular bone and this Kundalini. And she rises through 6 centers. The 7th center is below the Kundalini. It is below the Kundalini, and it protects the chastity of the mother. Now, those people who talk about sex as one of the instruments for ascent are absolutely befooling. Nobody has said that in any scripture as such. But suddenly they start a kind of a myth, or fashion, I should say, or fad, and people get driven into it. So I've come to warn you about it, that it has nothing to do with sex. But as Christ has said, you have to be like children when you enter into the kingdom of God. So your innocence gets awakened. Many people feel they have lost their innocence. You can never lose it. It comes back to its dormant. It might be bruised, it might be a little bit hurt, but it's all there intact. And you'll be amazed to see what you are, because you don't know what you are. So I would say you are not this body, this mind, but you are the spirit. And that's what you have to become. Once you become the spirit, you will know what you are. You will know everything about yourself. But that to happen, you don't have to do any acrobatic thing. It's just very simple. Wherever you are sitting, it will work out. But first tell your mind to stop a little bit thinking. Because this mind has been reacting all the time. Reacting to this, reacting to that. with the result that Kundalini doesn't rise. But when she rises, she's wonderful. Your thought rise like that and fall down. Again, thoughts come up and fall down. They come from the future or from the past. Present you cannot be. You cannot be in the present. But when Kundalini rises, she elongates these thoughts and there's a space created. It's called as pause, you can call it. In Sanskrit called as vilamba. So your mind stands at that place where you have thoughtless awareness. It's told by, also Jung has talked about it, that you get into thoughtless awareness. Patanjali has talked about it. But talking about it is not sufficient, as I told you, it has to happen. So first thing that happens to you, you become thoughtlessly aware. There's no thought, no reaction. For example, I see this beautiful carpet here, and if I react, I would say, oh, what a beautiful carpet. If it is mine, I would be worried. I should insure it. If it's not mine, I would say that how much they must have paid for it, to whom does it belong, and all kinds of things. But supposing I am in thoughtless awareness, then I just see it. While seeing it also, I am just witnessing. And what I am getting is the complete joy of the Creator who has done this job. Complete. Get filled with that joy. There's no reaction, it's just thoughtless awareness in which divine works. You don't have to then think about it. It all works out. Now this Kundalini rising through 6 centers. Now you don't know you have any centers within yourself, and you don't know how they are placed. After this rising, this Kundalini rises, passes through the fontanelle bone area and becomes one with the all-pervading power of divine love, which is very subtle. And you also start becoming a subtler personality. When the Kundalini rises through these 6 centers, which are responsible for your physical, mental, and emotional being, she nourishes them. She nourishes them with light, and then she integrates them. And when she reaches this spot, she opens up this fontanelle bone area and becomes one with this all-pervading power. This is the actualization of baptism. This is the baptism. It's not just some priest comes, puts his hand on your head. It's not the way. It has to be the actualization of this happening, which is for your ascent. This is the last breakthrough of your evolution. Whatever I'm saying, we can prove it also. It's not just talking. But these Kundalini's awakening, which takes place, it actually makes your hands speak. You start feeling the cool breeze coming out of your fingers and through your hand, and here also. You feel the cool breeze, actually. And then, if you know what do these mean, 5, 6 and 7 center. In the same way, 5, 6 and 7 center. These 7 centers are on the sympathetic nervous system. But when the sympathetic and centers, 2 of them, they mix, the central system is formed of parasympathetic. So when you get enlightenment, your spirit gets awakened in your heart. And in the spirit is the reflection of the complete divine force. Then you become really a spiritual personality. It's a reality I'm talking about. And in the light of the Spirit, your attention becomes purified. Not only that, but you know what is good for you and what is destructive for you.
So just a short clip of Shimadaji summarizing again, the benefits, how this meditation works. She talked about thoughtless awareness. Again, when your energy reaches this point, we have all the thoughts from the past and the future. We know how our nervous system works, that we have a right brain and a left brain. The right brain is the imaginative, creative side of our brain. I remember taking in our class once, draw on the right side of your brain. That's what the right side. So that's this left channel coming up into the right side of our brain. And the left side of our brain is that analytical side of our brain. Again, the right channel crossing over. And they cross here, and all the thoughts are coming. So how do we control that? In Sahaja Yoga meditation, you don't have to force yourself, I'm going to stop thinking, I'm going to be more forgiving today, and try to push it out. There's no, use of imagination or concentration. Some meditations, I'm going to concentrate on a spot on the back of the wall. I'm going to stare at that spot, and that's going to help to push out my thoughts. Or I'm going to imagine that I'm, sitting on a beach and I can smell the air and I can hear the waves crashing. And those may help to relax us, but if you think about it, your mind is still engaged. And in thoughtless awareness, when your energy rises, your mind isn't quiet. Your mind becomes quiet. That's thoughtless awareness, and that is true peace, and that is truly being in the present. And if that sounds like something that's would be difficult to achieve, or I can't do that, I will tell you, you've already been there. You've already done it when you were this high. We all were there once. So it's regaining something that we lost when we got older and we started, getting our personal identity and all of those things that happens when we get older. We can get that back, that quietness, that like a child living in the moment. Any questions about any of that? Okay. We have a few minutes left, so let's just quiet down a little bit more. We'll have one more meditation. In this one, we're going to do something very simple, and that's balancing out our left side and our right side. We've got these two channels here. Again, the left and the right. And the left side, again, if it's out of balance, it becomes heavy. It becomes cold. We start to feel down, lethargic. And we use the earth element to help clear this out. So we're going to put our right hand towards the ground. We're going to put our left hand open and our right hand towards the ground, our palm facing like this. Perfect. And then for the other side, for the right side, this channel gets overheated. We're thinking, we're planning, we're at work. We've got the emails coming, the phone's dinging, So this one, we're going to have our right hand open, and we're going to put our left hand up in the air like this. So all that heat is going to be evaporated into the ether. So let's do that. So we'll just close our eyes again and get ourselves comfortable. Put both of our palms open on our lap. And this is a simple way to meditate at home, to just balance your left and right channel. You can do this while you're foot soaking too, at the end of the day. A really nice way to end the day. Again, eyes closed. If we're wearing glasses, we can take our glasses off. It just helps to remove any pressure around our temples, helps to keep us more relaxed. Feet flat on the ground. And we'll keep our left palm open and our right hand, again, we'll just place the palm towards the ground. And let's put our attention on our open left palm. If you feel anything in your palm, just make a mental note of it. So we're going to address our own energy. We're going to ask our energy to bring us into balance using the earth. So again, our attention's on our left palm. We just ask in our heart, Mother Energy, please balance my left side. Please balance my left channel. Please balance my left channel. Please take away any imbalances or negativities. If there's anything from the past that keeps coming into my attention, that keeps bothering me, please remove that. Please balance the left side. We aren't pretending that the past didn't happen in our lives. We just don't want it to dominate us. We don't want it to dominate our lives because we want to grow, we want to improve, and we want to be in the present. So please balance my left channel. Just holding your attention on your left hand, that desire in your heart. Please balance my left side. Please make my desires in life, my wishes, my wants in life, to be pure and positive and good for me. Please make my desires positive. Please remove anything negative. And please bring me into balance. And now we put our right hand back on our lap, put our left hand in the air, fingers pointing towards the sky, palm facing behind us, and elbow at shoulder height. And we shift our attention now to our right hand, open palm. And again, if we feel anything, we just make a mental note of that. So here we ask, Mother Energy, please balance the energy on my right channel. Please take away any heat caused by overthinking, overplanning, worrying about tomorrow. Please soothe down the right side. And please may any of that overactive energy, please let it be evaporated into the atmosphere, into the ether element. Please balance my right side. Please make my actions positive. My actions in life are positive, good for me, good for the people I care about. And we can put our hand back on our lap now. Let's take our left hand, and we're going to put our left hand on our right hip this time. Right hand stays open, left hand on the right hip. So this is the seat of our attention is here. And our attention is very distracted. It's always going in a million different directions. But our energy can soothe down our attention and help to focus our attention. We can become better at our work, at our home life. Everything improves when our attention becomes more focused and more clear. So we ask here, Mother Energy, please soothe down my attention. Please soothe my attention. Just put your attention right here where your hand is, and you can press gently. Mother Energy, please soothe my attention down. Please remove the distractions. Please help give me focus. Please help my attention to be steady. Let's put our left hand back on our lap now. Let's put our right hand right over our navel. Left hand stays open. And we'll put our attention in the middle of our stomach, on the third center. And here we ask, Mother Energy, please make me a satisfied person. Please make me a satisfied person. Satisfied with where I am at this moment. Sometimes we delay that satisfaction. We think someday when I get the right job, when I meet the right partner, I get the right house, then I'll feel satisfied. We want to feel satisfied now. We want to feel peaceful. Life happens, things come at us. We want to feel relaxed, we want to feel at peace, so we can deal with life more easily and have that balance. So Mother Energy, please bless me with inner peace. Please make me a satisfied person. Let's move our hand now to the center of our chest. This is the center heart. And here we ask, Mother Energy, please remove any anxiety, any fear, any insecurity from my heart. Please make my heart strong. The quality here is courage, it's fearlessness. It's an open heart, it's a trusting heart. Mother Energy, please break down any walls I may have built around my heart. Please let me experience life and feel life fully. Please expand my heart. Without fear. Now we put our hand across our forehead again. We can again bend our head down slightly. We can squeeze very gently with our fingers and our palms. So on both sides of our forehead, on our temples, just gently squeeze. Put our attention here. And just let go of everything. Let go of judgments, grudges, anger towards others and towards yourself. Forgive yourself. Very important. We're very, very hard on ourselves. Be kind to yourself. Forgive yourself. I forgive everyone and myself. I forgive myself. We're human. We have incredible, untapped potential inside of us. So let go of the past. Believe in yourself. I forgive everyone and myself. And then we take our hand and one more time place the palm at the top of our head. We press our palm down. And let's rotate again 7 times, left, front, right, and back. And this time, with each rotation, we ask again from our heart, just from our heart, Mother, please establish my self-realization. Please establish my self-realization 7 times. Mother, please establish my self-realization. Mother, please establish my self-realization. All your attention here. And all your heart. And when you're finished, again, we'll just put our hand back on our lap. Relax ourselves, both palms open. And just for another moment or two, we'll just keep our attention at the top of our head. You can just listen to the music. It can help to imagine the music is at the top of your head. You're experiencing it, you're hearing it through the seventh center. Let's take our ring finger of our right hand and just place it right in the center of our forehead. Ring finger. And we'll just massage for a moment. Top, left, down, right, in that circle. From the top over to the left, down, over to the right, and back up. And just again, just say in your heart, I let go of everything. I let go. I forgive. I really forgive from deep in my heart. Then we can put our hand back in our lap. So let's now end our meditation. We can open our eyes. And we'll raise our energy 3 times. And let's put our attention at the base of our spine. So our energy and our hands and our attention rise together. Along our spine, we tie the knot. And we take our attention back down. Let's just do this nice and slow. Tie the 2 knots. Take our hands and our attention back down. Let them rise together to the top of our head. Tie the 3 knots. And we put on the 7 shields. And if you're not sure where they are, you can look at the chart and put your attention on each one inside. This really helps to take your attention inside. Connect with yourself. So thank you all for coming. I hope everyone's feeling more relaxed and good. All right. So we have a little handout as you walk out the door. It has 3 steps. We did a lot of things today. Who remembers everything we did? So no, you don't have to do that. 3 simple steps. Put your hand on your heart. Well, number 1, if you're going to meditate at home, which I'd highly recommend, 5 minutes, raise your energy. Doesn't have to be perfect. Raise your energy 3 times, put on the shield 7 times, and then you put your hand on your heart and express the desire. I want to meditate. I want to feel the experience. I want to feel relaxed like I did at the center on Saturday. And then put your hand across your forehead. Always forgive every day. And then put your hand on the top of your head. Rotate 7 times like we did and just ask. I want to be in a state of meditation. Sit quietly, open up your palms, play something quiet, instrumental music. Find a quiet place to do this. And then at the end, after 5-10 minutes, just raise your energy again. And then come back next week. All right. Any questions before you all go? Thank you so much. Thank you. My pleasure.